Diva's a happy girl. It's Green Thumb Thursday here on Arizona Daily Mix. Look who's here. My Green Thumb boyfriend, Justin, is back. We are talking about Agriscaping Technologies. He is the CEO and he has the Green Thumb, and it's all about fall. And I have to tell you, I'm excited because look at these beautiful trees you brought. We don't really talk about the trees too much.
Not too much because they're hard to bring in the studio.
I know, it's a very different dynamic, but you did a great job. So today we're actually talking about several different things, and this is a time of year for people to actually get these trees and be ready to do things like the pomegranates,
yes,
apples. These are so
These are great
cute.
samples of stuff that's actually ripening right now here in Arizona.
I love it.
Winter pearmain apples. We got some nice pomegranates, a variety of different things. We've got some persimmons. Got a sapote, which is a nice Mexican apple, wonderful flavor on those things, as long as you get the right variety. We got calmandans, we got kumquats. These things are usually productive pretty much year-round.
Wow.
But now, like you said, fall is the best time to be planting for your fruit trees.
Right.
So some of these things like the citrus, we can still grow right now.
Okay.
And you know, this is a great variegated calmandan. That's what this is right here. Beautiful tree to be able to add in. Can stay in a pot, can stay small if you like to.
So you don't need very much space in your yard to grow a tree?
No, this could be thrown into a nice big, 2-foot diameter pot and thrown right on your patio if you needed to.
Oh, that's not bad.
And it grows this wonderful fruit that ends up ripening about this time of year.
And is that the size that it gets, or needs to get bigger?
That's the size of it right there. This is actually pretty big ones right there, and it has a lime flavor but an orange juice, so it's a wonderful thing to be having this time of year.
Well, that's unique, yeah.
But what's key is really planning out what you're going to be doing for spring, because now's the time to do your plant ordering, especially for your fruit trees that are more deciduous, the ones that start losing their leaves like these ones are.
They look a little bare.
Yeah, they're starting to drop their leaves, and these are the ones that you have to be planning now for what you're going to plant in the spring. Because now's the best time to order those types of things to get the rare varieties that you want to have, and that's a key component to the whole thing.
Now, are any of these difficult to maintain over the other? Like, are some easier to grow than others, especially if someone really has never done trees? Which one should they start out with? An apple tree, maybe?
So an apple tree, there are some varieties that work really good here, and that's one of the keys, is getting to know the varieties that work best here. And we actually have a great list. This is what we have here on the table.
Yeah, I love that.
But obviously the print is a little too fine for anybody to read.
But they can get this off your website?
You can get it off our website. You go to agriscaping.com, you can actually get that year-round fruit calendar. So you can literally have fruit year-round without any real effort except the initial planting, provided that you get the right varieties, and we give you tidbits and give you a lot of tips and stuff on exactly which varieties to get, so make your life a lot easier. Because as you get into tropicals, that's where trouble gets a little higher. Bananas, you can grow bananas, but
it's a little bit more tricky.
Yeah, so you might go bananas before you get bananas.
Unless you've done this before, you need to start off with something different, like the apples, and then work your way up to something like this.
That's right. And the Anna variety of apple, or the Dorset Golden, we've got a nice Anna variety apple right here. That's kind of what the tree looks like about this time of year. Beautiful tree. I mean, you can even do blueberries and boysenberries and peaches.
I love that.
All these things will work here, provided you get the right variety in the right location.
This is really cool. So now, the maintenance on this, are you going to be out there all the time picking off the different leaves? I mean, how often do you have to prune and take care of all of this?
No, with things like the blueberry, that's one that you touch once a year. You feed it a few other times, but it's pretty much good to go. And pretty much all these, you trim them once a year. That's really all you need to do. You need to get a ton of production.
Well, let's talk about figs, because you have figs on this list as well. And I don't know anybody here that really grows figs. So it sounds challenging to grow a fig.
Figs are actually pretty easy. Get things like the black mission fig or the brown turkey fig. They grow really good, almost like a weed in some cases. Another one called the blackjack that grows even faster. Okay,
and those are easy to put in a pot, or do you need to put those in the ground?
Blackjack would be the only one I'd put in a pot. If you throw them in the ground, they can literally grow to a good 30-foot size tree, very large here, provided you got some good water. I mean, that's about all you need. Give them some water. They don't care about the clay soils either. They can actually work pretty well.
Wow, that's interesting to know, because you always talk about how it's the soil, the soil, the soil. So when it comes to the trees, is that just as important?
Just as important with the trees. They can handle the native soils, especially when you get the right variety, and it's all about the mulch layer that you have on top. And so that kind of builds new soil for it over time. So you end up with a nice, foot layer of mulch at least, and then that'll create a nice environment that keeps the right moisture content to keep the trees alive forever.
See, I tell you, we learn something new every time Justin's on the show. If you want more information, go to agriscaping.com. You can get the calendar, the outline. It'll help you. He also does classes and tours. And of course, we're going to have a link on our website, aztv.com. And he has, great information. So this is the time of year to get out, touch it, feel it, walk around, smell it, and get your hands dirty to know exactly what you want to do with those trees. So come spring, you'll have wonderful fruits to eat.
That's right.
More of Arizona Daily Mix when we get back.